Hi, it's Leslie Zemeckis, back for another Write for Success. Happy 2021. May it be filled with stories that take you on many adventures. This week's guest is Natalie Jenner. Besides writing tips this year, I will be highlighting debut authors and what I'll be calling Where the Magic Happens. Today, Natalie is going to take us on a tour of where her magic happens, and it is a super cute space. I just finished her The Jane Austen Society, and it is gorgeous, engaging, has been translated into at least 16 languages by the time you hear this. It is also an international best-selling book. The story is the fictional telling of the start of the society in the 1940s in the village of Chawton. I have no idea how to say that, but it is where Jane Austen wrote or revised her major works. It will make you want to visit or live in a small English village. Natalie is another author who has a law degree. She was born in England, raised in Canada, and a former bookstore owner. Yay for indie bookstores. Let's keep supporting them this year. I want to thank Barra Thack for the lovely Fascinator and Criseida Couture for the dress, and if I just slaughtered those names, I'll tag them in the post. Happy 2021, and remember, stories matter. Yours, his, hers, ours. Keep reading.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Jenner. Thank you so much, Leslie, for having me on your show this week. I was going to talk about writing tips, but I am a very surprised debut novelist in her early 50s, and I thought it might be more interesting, at least for you all, if you were to see the very small shed in my garden where I actually do my writing. I just finished my next book here, and I'm very grateful to have this space in my garden in beautiful Ontario, Canada, during this challenging year. So now I'm going to take you inside and show you exactly where I write and a little bit of how I do it. So follow me. It's about 8 feet by 8 feet square, so it's very small. So this is the inside of my shed. I have two places where I can sit, right there, and then about a meter away right here. This is my writing area. This is my desk my husband built me. It's a drop-down desk I can fold and put away. I have this beautiful view out the window. I have a very broken laptop, but I understand that if I'm a good girl, Santa's gonna bring me a new one, so fingers crossed for that. I also have coffee. And that's about it. I'm actually pretty paperless. I really like not having too much around me. As you can see, not a lot of clutter when I'm writing. And then up here, I just have a space for supplies and two of my favorite authors, J.D. Salinger and Truman Capote, to give me inspiration. Now, over here, I actually have the cover of my book framed. When you don't get published for the first time, until you're in your 50s and you've tried for like 20 years, you start to frame everything. So I also have these little books. These are the Jane Austen editions that I mentioned in my book, The Jane Austen Society, little pocket editions of all 6 of her works. So that's another form of inspiration for me while I write. And then I just have other different knickknacks. My first rescue dog, Truman, after Truman Capote, a Jane Austen bobblehead. And down here, very important for in Canada in the wintertime, because I do write in here year-round, is a little radiator. It's oil-based, costs about $100, and in such a small space, it really does the trick. Over here, I have just different artwork that I love, and then all the small books in the house to fit on these shelves, which are about 3.5 inches deep. But a lot of my favorite writers, Edith Wharton, Catherine Ann Porter, Turgenev, Dickens, Shakespeare, and again, just love having beautiful old books around me. I actually used to own my own bookshop about a 4-minute walk from here. I would ride my bike. It was near the shores of Lake Ontario, and I closed it down about 4 years ago. And this book kind of came out partly of that experience. So I love having beautiful old books around me. I love having a clean white space. I love that I'm close enough to my house that I can get anything I need, including more coffee, but just far enough away from the dogs and the kid and the husband that sometimes I do feel like I'm my own little world. In fact, when I'm in here, I only ever think about writing. So I'm hoping that this was a little interesting for you all. We're very grateful for all the support that's been shown my book this year especially. Due to a high-risk family member, we have not left our home in 9 months. So the shed has been a haven for me in many ways, and so has the enthusiasm for my book. So thank you, Leslie, very much for having me on, and I just wish you all health, safety, and happiness in the days and months ahead. Thank you and take care. Bye.